This
So much hype. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. The straight right just misses. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. That counter shot lands. Jab doesn't score. He threw a punch and just got countered. Beautiful counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. That counter punch caught him clean. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about fury in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and there's the bell for round two. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That hook doesn't score. They block the uppercut. There's a counter shot. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
One punch could change everything in this battle. The straight right just misses. A perfect counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Good work. You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up.
And there's the bell for round three. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. respect for each other's punching power. The straight right just misses. Perfect counter lands. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
No rest for the weary. They exchange punches. The straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? How about that time counter shot? So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Back at it in round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And he scores with the counter. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Beautiful counter shot. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. The straight right just misses. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
moment changes everything, especially in this division. Nice counter shot. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four, five, six. And you continue.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play deep? 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Let's see how the corner hangs. Here we go in the 6th round. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Another scoring shot there. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Tom. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Counter punch right up the middle. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punch. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Nice counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. No rest for the weary. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about fury in that last round. And there's the bell for round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
That hook won't score. Incredible action from both of these heavyweights. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them.
Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. You are right.
it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about fury in that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. Round 8, and we're off again. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can return them just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They miss with the jab. Well done with that counter shot. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The jab doesn't quite connect. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe? Down goes Fury. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Well,